Hello and welcome to Rebel Rebel with your host Tisa Rebel Beltran. I have recorded many episodes in the past few weeks, but none have been worth it. I feel just things are just all over the place a lot of the times, and so I'm like, and then I stop recording. But today, what is today? The 10th, 10/10. Woo woo! And it is fall, the best season ever. So, I hope everybody's been having a good time in the few weeks that it's been because it is fall and there are fall things to do like festivals and pumpkin patches and all those great fun things. My brothers went to a haunted house. Well, there's like a billion different ones there. They went a couple of weeks ago, but I had already had plans for something. I don't remember what. I feel horrible that I don't remember. But just like usual, I can look at my handy dandy notebook and see what it was. It was a Saturday. And it was, oh my God, I'm sick of mosquitoes. When are they going to go back to hail? All right, it was a Saturday. Oh, that's what was supposed to happen. My friend Myra and I and some other friends, we were supposed to go to the food truck festival. And when I got there, it was just it was hard to get into just to even park. So I called her and we went out to eat. So that's what had happened. So yeah, that's what happened that night. And I had a great time with her, but I kind of should have, I don't know. Either way. So it was a good time. Good time was had by all. As long as you're with good company, that's all that really matters. And I was in great company, and she's a good friend and she's fun. So, moving on. Um, been doing a lot of stuff. Like we went to the witchcraft festival, and there was just a bunch of witch stuff, just like I did in March for Sabrina's birthday. So I went with my sister-in-law and the kids, and I took my godson Dylan, and she took one of her witchy friends from work. And we had a good time, and then we came home and ate and just hung out, so it was good. Um, this coming weekend is a funeral that is a over a year and a half in the my godfather passed away last February, I believe, January, and from heart attack. And so we're finally having a funeral for him, and it's going to be rough, but it'll be closure because sometimes it feels like my uncles that have passed away in the past year and a half, almost 2 years, it just feels like they're not here and they're just hanging out somewhere. So we definitely need the closure of a funeral or life um, event. What is it called? Celebration of life. Um, so deep breath there, and that's what is happening this weekend, plus a lot of other things. It's Pride weekend. It's also, it's a booked weekend. It's Pride weekend, the funeral, and a quinceañera. My weekends are always booked up with sober fun. So it's been good. It's been good. I haven't been drunk in a long bit, like 2 or 3 weeks. I've had 2 drinks in the past 2 or 3 drinks. And that was only because like we were out to eat at a fancy restaurant, my friend and I. And so I got a fancy drink, and I'm going to tell you that fancy drink was no bueno. And so it was no bueno. And then the other drink that I had, recently was no bueno as well. This whole like laying off the drinks is like teaching me that it's just no bueno. But, it's just sometimes I just go on these like things where I'm like, okay, I need to, fix some things in my life. And is this related to like drinking with once a week? Because like I go and have drinks once a week and that's it. Sometimes I get drunk, sometimes I don't. But it's the fact that I'm having multiple drinks and it's just like, you know what? I don't really need that in my life. So for myself, I decided just to like, it's time to take a little break from this extracurricular activity that is not a healthy extracurricular activity. It is healthy to drink in what is it called? Moderation. And I have gone like months and months um drinking in moderation and not drinking at all. I went 7 months before without drinking. And it's basically just to like clear your head. Sometimes you just need to clear your head and see where you're going in life and where you want to be and just like without the fuzziness of drinking because I have such great clarity the past 2 weeks of not like being shit faced once a week because it even takes longer to even get fucking the hangover really depending on how much you've drank and stuff but it also depending on like some like now we're getting older like some people have told me I get so depressed after a night of drinking like I just don't want to do shit. Well, there we go, like this is the issue, so we're just not going to do it, we're not going to feed into that. And then society's huge thing is drinking, drugs, and everything that is in the movies and everything in music, everything's about drinking and drugging and um that's not what I want to do. Like, I think back to the times before I was drinking and drugging, and my head was clear. And how long ago was that? That was actually a very long time ago because I've always having some drinks. But that's what society has told us and showed us. So that is what I'm on right now is not drinking. I am still smoking, my medicine, like here and there, but I'm doing very low doses because I enjoy the clarity. So that's what's up with that. I'm still fun, believe me. It's just that I'm just not super fucking trashed. Well, not super fucking trash. It's not even that way. And it's just that because I haven't been drinking, like, been doing very well with this, like, so actually it's been like a month maybe then actually, because I didn't drink and then I had like 4 drinks and I blacked out and that scared me. And I was like, I only had 4 drinks and I blacked out. So that's no bueno. So I was like, okay, I need to change something here and it's because I'm not drinking. And so I know that, 4 drinks that I could have here, I'm fine for, and I'm not even drunk, but this 4, because I'm not drinking, is like, fuck me up. You know what I mean? That's why sometimes people overdose on drugs after not drinking or taking drugs after a long while. It's because they think they can still take that same amount and they can't. Their body has changed. So with the drinking, I haven't drank really. And so my body has changed. The chemistry has changed. So I know like 1 drink was probably going to get me buzzed. So I only have a drink when I go out to eat. And sometimes I don't have to have a drink. So before I was like, okay, I need before I'd be like, okay, I'm going to take a little break from drinking. I never could because didn't want to stop drinking with the girls, but this time I'm like, okay, I want to feel better and see if like this is really affecting my fibromyalgia and all that. So it has not been bad at all. I've been taking these fucking pills that help, and everything has actually been really good. And you can't preach to people and be like, hey, like, I know that you have fibro and I know that you drink a lot. But if you quit drinking so much, you will be able to, um, you might be able to not have the pain that you do. I need to fix this. Boom, boom. So if I told somebody that, they would be like, screw you, hippie. But I'm not going to. Because everybody has to do these things on their own. Why is this? Okay. Because everybody has to do the things on their own and they have to, make their own decisions in life. And you can't tell people things because people get mad. But it's also, if it's somebody close to you, then you definitely have every right to say something to them. Because I have told people that are my friends, like, hey, your doctor said you should probably quit drinking so much. Maybe you should quit drinking so much. I'll stop drinking with you. I've always been there to be sure that, like, hey, I know we party together. I'll quit with you. And so, like, there's only so many times in your life that you could say that to actually be like, well, they're not quitting, so I am going to do it on my own. So that's where I am right now. So you ask, where's the future of Shot About It? It's still going to happen, you guys. It's going to be Shot About It, but it's going to be different, but it's still going to be the same because people can drink if they want to, or they can smoke. It's up to them. So that's what Shot About It is going to be turning into. Because there are healthier options than drinking. And if you drink, you drink. Like, I don't care what you do, but if you have a problem, definitely reach out to somebody and be like, hey, I need help. Because everybody can handle their own. Once you hit rock bottom, it's hard to get out of. And so for myself, as a person who has always been able just to quit and knows, like, okay, I'm partying too much, which is probably, I'm not going to be afraid to say it because it is in my family. Alcoholism is in my family. And so I am okay with, not drinking and knowing that I have a problem. And, if we're partying every week, it used to be a lot worse partying every day. It was really bad, like in 2019 when Shot About It started. So, now it's like I'm getting too old for one to be drinking the way that we do, and I'm missing so much out of life. Like, these kids that are in my life, they're most important to me. And alcohol's never been important to me. It was just always there. And always. And it's been a way that I have self-medicated myself for my PMDD, for my depression, for my anxiety, for my social awkwardness. It's always been there. And I never had social awkwardness before I started drinking, so I don't know. I think it was just as getting older and being in more public spaces. But I never had a problem because I've always been on stage singing and stuff. So I think that the drinking kind of like fucked that shit up. And, but now, we'll just see where things are going with all of that. And I'm okay with it. I can admit, like I said before, that I probably am an alcoholic. Because I could tell you some stories, and from my point of view, I laugh about it because I'm the type of person that makes jokes about things and makes it more comfortable for myself. For example, this one time in 2000, I would say 2014, I went to an Alcoholics Anonymous meeting at an LGBTQ location here in Arizona. And my friend texted me and was like, hey, what are you doing? And I said, because I had just had a breakup and like I was drinking a lot because I was just so upset. And it was one of the hardest breakups that I ever had. I've talked about it before with the person that I was like madly in love with, and I wish like things were different, but they didn't change. So I had to leave her. And, so I was drinking a lot, and my friend was like, where are you? And I was like, I'm at AA in this place. And she was like, well, I was going to see if you wanted to come and have lunch with me and a drink. And I was like, oh, okay. So I got up from the meeting before it even started and went to go have a drink. And I don't even think I had a drink. I think I might have drank like half the beer because I felt so shitty for like go doing that to myself. And so, I've realized over my lifespan that my coping mechanism and my just to fucking be social is to fucking drink. And that's not what I want in my life, and it's easy for me to change it. So that's what's happening. I am changing it. And just gonna make it easier for myself. And getting older fucking sucks, and I just don't want to be one of those people that has to rely on getting fucked up to deal with their emotions, because in reality things don't get fixed when you're fucked up. You're just fucked up. You're just not thinking about it, and your pain is still going to come back, because that's what I started drinking for, was all of my issues because I have PMDD, and drinking made me feel normal about it, and it leveled me out because it took away all the anxiety that I was having and all that. So I was self-medicating, and this is something that I've talked about my whole life, is I know that I self-medicate with alcohol and always have. And so I want to turn that around now that marijuana is legal here in Arizona for the past however many years. I think it's time for me to take advantage of it. And so is microdosing for depression and everything with mushrooms. It's legal here in Arizona as well, I found out. So, there's other ways around it. Alcohol's no bueno, and I'm definitely going to look into the other ways that will help me in the long run get better and not make things worse. So, that is what is going on in my life. And I am okay to say that, and I am okay with myself. I'm so comfortable with myself, I don't even care, And, because dudes, I'm gonna be 100. All three of my uncles were alcoholics, so on my mom's side of the family. And so that's where everything is headed, and that's where everything is going. That's how I'm feeling. That's what's going on. I hope that was a good explanation to everybody. And I'm feeling good. I'm tired. So that's the explanation of why there have been no new podcasts the past couple weeks. And when they weren't very substantial in my opinion. So things are gonna be a changing. Did I take my break today? I think I did. I'm still at work for the next 24 minutes, so I'm kind of doing in between potato and I think it was chorizo that I ate tonight. Yeah. So I'm just writing down what I ate to keep track. I got a mosquito bite on my freaking neck. So what happened yesterday was we went to there's just been a lot of things going on. We went to Park and Swap, so I've been getting really into finding things to do that aren't alcohol related, because I am tired of that, because I am a single lady who has no children, and most of my friends are married with children or have children, or that, and nobody wants to go out, nobody wants to do anything. So I am been meeting new people, new friends, and going out and doing stuff. I've talked about this before in podcasts, and it's been fun, and I've been in it, and I met a lot of good friends, and I have new friends and old friends I'm meeting up with again, because this pandemic, I really honestly feel has been a bad thing, especially for the fact that the depression and drinking, I feel in what is this, year 3 of this pandemic, because it literally did start in 2019. And I feel that the drinking and drugging and everything is and staying in homes. Like, I went out the other day and I was like so surprised as how much has changed downtown Phoenix. Like, so many places that I used to go are closed and there's new places up and buildings are gone and new buildings are up. It's just crazy down there. And it just takes a little shock at first for you to go and you're like, wow, like this is different. This is different. And like, it is very, gentrified downtown. Like, it's sad and it breaks my heart. Um, and it's sad that we kind of have to roll with the punches and like we lost like a lot of places, all the galleries and everything, and ASU took over downtown. And so like, it's just like so much different than 2019. Like, I was a little upset in 2019 and now I'm still upset. But I don't know. Maybe I just need to go to a smaller town. I don't know. Somewhere that it's not so packed. Like Arizona, like you guys, I don't even know if you ever, I'm sure you guys know, we're on the news enough. How packed it's gotten. Like, in just 3 years, the people that have moved here, the freeway, is just, it's just a lot. And, if we had better public, uh, transportation, I think it would be easier. But I feel like, oh man, I don't know. Stop moving here, you guys. I've been asked to move to Maryland, so maybe I'll do that. Who knows what I'll do? I don't know. I just have my options open and, I'm just living my life and I'm gonna fix the things that need to be fixed and taking care of the things that need to be taken care of. Um, Spending as much time as possible with my family, and I'm not drinking. So, I'm trying to go in the positive direction. And like I said, that's why there's been no podcasts because the one of them was not good. Like, one of the shot about it's like it was not good. It was really funny for the first. There's like 3 parts to it. The first part was amazing. I might post that, but drinking and drinking is just for entertainment purposes. It shouldn't go. Like, drinking for celebration, but not getting. There's just so many different ways you can go with that. And for me, I'm just like, I need to make a decision for myself on what I'm doing. And what I'm doing right now is where I'm happy, is where I'm having a drink when I go out, like one drink, if I want one. Uh, but I'm just really wanting to get healthy, get my shit, you know. I've quit smoking because I was planning on having a baby 3 years ago, but that didn't happen, as you guys can see and know. And because I was in a relationship where we discussed having children, and I was like, I'll quit smoking and I'll carry the baby. And then I had to have cervical surgery in 2021 in the beginning, and I'm probably gonna have. I definitely know that I have to go in and have another one. Um, so, I changed my lifestyle so I can have a baby, but then when I didn't have that, I think I just was like, I might as well just keep drinking, But I know where my life wants to go, and I know, I have these fucking amazing goals set up, and I think with a clear mind and clear, uh, sober, sober mind from alcohol, that it will be good and it'll work out. Um, and this isn't a sob story or anything at all. Like, believe me, it's definitely not a sob story. It's just life. And growing up as a Gen Xer, that's what the things that we were doing, and it just continued on with all the other ones. I feel like every generation is different, but I feel now the millennials drink. I don't know. I'm not going to even discuss it anymore. So that's that. So be ready for some changes in the podcasting. A new show will be probably coming out in a month or two that I've been working on. It's not just myself, but it's with somebody else. So just be ready for that. And it's going to be pretty cool. And we'll see how things go. And I hope you guys listen. But just remember, your health is in your hands and nobody else's, and you can make the decisions only on your own. And because if you do an intervention, those people are just going to be like, "Fuck you, dude! I'm going back." They have to be ready. I've lived my life with a bunch of addicts, friends, and family, and I've been with heroin junkies, meth addicts. I've been there. I've been around them. My only issue has been relying on alcohol for my coping and my medical shit. So, as I said, just be ready for the new shit that's going to be happening. I am getting out of this negative headspace because it's been a rough 3 years, but you know what? The only way that we're going to get out of it is just to do it. And COVID's not going away. Like, my family members are still getting sick, and it's not going to go away. It's just there's other variants out now, and now there's monkeypox, but I don't really see any personal people that I know that have had it. So I don't know what's going on with that, but that's okay. So I thank you for tuning in, and I appreciate my listeners, and get ready for some new shit, some happy shit. And, we're still going to have once a month, we're going to do a check-in because, we got to check in on each other and keep each other going. And, it's just a thing. You just got to keep going. Because, for example, I have a friend that recently has been hospitalized twice for their breathing, their lungs, their oxygen levels. And so the first time they were like, okay, I'm going to quit smoking. But then they fucking broke down and smoked a couple cigarettes. And guess what? That landed her back in the hospital. And this time they had to do heavy O2 on her. And it wasn't just one night. She was there since Thursday night or Friday night. And she just is getting released today. And so now she's like, I'm definitely quitting smoking. And I really hope she does. Because I don't want to lose her, for one. I love her, and I don't want to lose her, and her kids will definitely be horrified by this situation. All right. So just keep moving, you guys. Keep doing healthy shit. I'm not going to be one of those toxic positive people, because I used to date a toxic positive person, and that was just horrible. Horrible! Fucking horrible. And definitely, toxic positivity. Because it's real. This is life. Fucking have those motherfucking feelings. But thank you for tuning in. My name is Tisa Beltran, and you can check me out on all the social medias under _rebel_riot_ or OG_TR Beltran or Tisa Beltran. Just check me out, find me, and let's keep things going, and let's get this out there. I appreciate all my listeners. Bye-bye.